what else is going on in the world of business?
Hey, Tanya, can you hear me? I am up
Yes.
on a snowy mountain in Montana. Hi, everybody. Erica from Montana. I'm very specialized in cannabis. Montana started recreational sales a year ago. So I have a lot of listings, and I also have a lot of buyer clients, and I sign my buyer clients on exclusively at 5%. So happy to take both, but I have a little bit of a technical question for you guys, if you can help me out with this one. So originally with my listings, I was using that, I believe it's called the engagement form or the representation form. And then now we have another one called the business broker listing form. And in that one, it has a clause that talks about if you start splitting up the percentages or talking about splitting up the percentages of the company, that you are entitled to a termination fee in place of a broker's fee, and you tell everybody to seek legal counsel and you peace out. So being in this specialized situation, I'm running into this situation where it gets hung up with the lawyers in the state, and there's nothing I can really do about it. So I just did my first situation like this. I got an LOI, and then I wrote an addendum to for a termination fee in the amount of the broker's fee, and everybody seek legal counsel, and they paid me out. So I'm interested what people think of this concept. Also, one of my listing clients is a broker. Actually, I've got a couple of listing clients that are brokers, so it's very flattering that these real estate brokers trust me so much with their businesses. But they teach me a lot too. And one was picking apart my contract and told me, your contract can be invalidated right away because it's, makes reference to federal law. So I'm wondering, it seems like I should go to a lawyer to put together an amendment for when I get my listing saying, yes, we know that cannabis is federally illegal. However, this contract stands, or however a lawyer would put that. Because when I've been running into situations where I get LOIs and I turn this stuff over to some lawyers, and there's very few lawyers that handle cannabis, but then they start telling my clients and their clients, oh, she's just a realtor. You don't have to pay her. I should be doing this. She shouldn't be doing this. But they always tell them, as soon as they talk about splitting up percentages of the company, Erica says, I have to talk to you. From the beginning, she said, I have to have my lawyer, my accountant. So Tanya, is this something that, like one of the lawyers at eXp Commercial could write some standard amendment for my special cases? And also, what do you think personally? Do you think in these situations, I'm smart to try to get out with a termination fee in place of a broker's fee at time of LOI?
So I'd have to see the actual language in the agreement that you're talking about. I think that you need to have a relationship with a couple of transaction attorneys that are not going to try to remove your fee from you. And so you may want to look, it's always good to have, for every business broker, no matter what you're selling, you need to have a handful of transaction attorneys that you can refer your clients to, where those attorneys are not going to turn around and try and take your fee from you. So I've seen that here in California with, not with cannabis, but with just other businesses, where literally the broker has referred the client to a specific attorney, and that attorney has then convinced the client to try and screw the broker. And it's like, it's so short-sighted, because clearly you're never going to refer anybody to that attorney again, right? But for whatever reason, attorneys can get, depending on the size of the deal, usually that happens on larger deals where the fee is pretty high, and the attorney is looking at it saying, and just kind of pissed off because the broker is going to make so much more money on the deal than they are, and they're going to do a lot of work on it. And so, it's one of those things where you've got to have good attorneys to work with. CPAs, same thing. We've seen CPAs that have told the client, you need to, ride this contract out and then I'll sell the business for you, because they want to try and get the broker's fee instead, so it is a problem. That being said, I don't know if eXp Commercial has an attorney on staff or if they outsource that. So I think that would be maybe a good question that Rob can take back to the agent. Rob, I forget what you called that group, the agent advisory group.
Yeah, counsel.
Yeah. So that would be a good question, as to, who are they working with, and do they have an attorney in Montana that an eXp friendly attorney in Montana. The other thing that I would say is, I don't know if Montana or if that area has like a regional business broker association, but if it does, I definitely would join and then find out from those members, if there's any friendly transaction attorneys that they work with. And you can also check with the IBBA and see, what other business brokers are in Montana, and maybe reach out to them and ask them if they have attorneys that are transaction attorneys that are business broker friendly, because not all of them are, not all of them are. It's just the nature of it.